Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dual in Dual, Season 2. Dual, Season 2. I am Jordan Alexandre.
And I'm Trey Brooks.
So, little thing here. You're watching us from in the wall, and we recorded a really good podcast episode outside of Dual, and I didn't record it. I didn't hit record on the microphone. So this is going to be the supplementary episode where we drink and probably go on Hinge and are a little bit exactly a little bit are more unhinged.
We're unhinged in the Dual.
Yeah, but in a way this is like supremely meta because
It's very meta.
We're looking at ourselves having a conversation right now. I'm getting my stuff all fixed up and my dog is there and you know, we're
My
technically
sexy ass is right there.
Yeah, right beside. Like we're hanging out, and this is us equally hanging out.
You know what? You know what slays me about this though?
Yeah, what's up?
It's like
we're literally looking outside the same window. We're in the same space.
There's many layers to this. It's like Shrek.
This is a few fucking layers.
It's like Shrek. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like there's many layers.
Huh?
What slays me about this is that number one, I feel like I'm a Monday Night Football commentator
of ourselves.
Just doing that.
Yeah.
And then, but what really kills me is, so we had, like, if this was originally recorded, this would have been easily, like,
one of our better episodes.
The best episode.
I definitely think it would have been a really,
and
really
the fact
solid.
that we're having, the fact that, like, you can't hear it, but it's like, we get real deep into it.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably one of the deeper conversations we had.
Mm.
And so that's happening in the video. And then meanwhile, right now, we're just memeing.
Yeah.
That's what's killing me right now. Is like, we're just really deep intellectual conversation in the background. And then here we're just like, dig pussy and cunts. Like,
yeah, exactly. And all that.
Like, and then we're drinking on top
and
of
we're
that.
drinking on top of this and on Hinge.
Good.
And it's like... it's like so welcome to fucking Dual, Season 2.
Yeah.
The artsy episode.
The real artsy episode. The real... we'll just call it Unhinged episode.
Yeah, the Unhinged
because we're
episode.
on Hinge.
Yeah. Actually, here, let me whip out my fucking thing. And we can just talk. So we're just going to talk horse shit. Feel free to not pay attention to this episode or pay attention on the side. Who knows? Maybe we'll full circle it as we usually do.
Maybe we'll full circle it back and that'll be the real meta.
That would be the real thing.
So do you want to like talk about like what we were talking about?
That is up to you, sir. I'm waiting for this chick to text me back and see if I have plans later tonight.
Okay.
But, you know, damn, she was cute too. She was a really cute chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met this. Well, and then look at us fucking going, because that's how we kind of started. We started.
I mean, that's basically how we started the actual episode.
Yeah, where I met up with this girl in an outpatient clinic, in 2019. So this was even before fucking coronavirus.
Right.
And we just reconnected, on Hinge, and she's like dumb cute. And she's dumb cute.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's dumb cute. And I'm like over here sweating because I'm drinking and wondering if she's gonna hit me back. But honestly, yeah.
No, I feel that. Yeah, and then I think the main catalyst for the episode. I mean, we can just kind of bullet point it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can definitely bullet point it.
It's like as much as we're memeing right now, but like basically in the episode where you're seeing right now. Basically Jordan and I watched a video on YouTube, and it's basically the title of the video was called, I think it was like our concept of love is messed up.
Yes, I believe that was the exact.
And basically it's like a video essay where this person is like basically going over like societal, I guess like our societal like,
trying to help you out here as well.
I like our societal viewpoint on
Yes.
love and how we express love, receive love, and how that's really kind of the way we
do it is all kind of backwards and messed up.
Yeah, where it's just like I think the biggest thing was, I think the biggest talking point in that video, and we also talked about this in this video, was I think as a generation, as society, whatever, we take a very passive role when it comes to love and when it comes to like how we perceive love and how we express love.
As in, we just expect to get it.
We expect
to have it.
Yeah, we expect just have love, or like we think of love in a very romanticized and
that's a big one. Yeah,
I would say just like childish view of it, where it's like,
not that that's a bad thing.
No, not that it's a bad thing, but it's just like,
yeah,
it's kind of one. It's only one aspect of it though.
And I think that's a better way to phrase it. Yeah.
Where it's like we think of it as a feeling, like like we've fallen in love, or I'm in love, and it's like, yeah, that's absolutely an aspect to love, and that's absolutely like one part of it. But I think what this person who was doing the video that we watched, she really made a point to be like, love is, well, for one, love is an action. Like you do things out of love. And then another thing was that, another big thing was we essentially commodified love.
Yep.
Or like commodified dating.
Yep.
Where it's like dating.
You put into a capitalistic system.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, I think we approach dating as like this means of like, if there's an exchange going on.
Yes.
Where
you give me this, or I get, because you're so beautiful, then therefore, yeah, go for it, man. So you got a message. Because you're so beautiful, I then get a society pressure. Sorry, alcohol. Because you look this way, then I get my ego boosted. I get like almost like society standards, like it gets boosted because of your appearance or because of what you bring to the table. I think is the bigger thing.
Yeah, especially like when like you see in these podcasts all the time, like these dating podcasts or whatever, where they talk about high value men or high value women. Yes. Like you need to be a high value person in order to bring something to the table, and it's like, that's really like a toxic way, or at least I'm beginning to realize that's like a really toxic way to approach dating and ultimately to approach love. It's like, yeah, we all bring something to the table. Like that's just off rip. Mm-hmm. It's not about what you bring to the table. It's like how you bring it, basically. Yeah. And I think I literally said that verbatim.
I think it probably about at this point in the actual.
Oh man, it's coming back.
Yeah,
I think the alcohol's working.
The alcohol's. It's working.
And so. Yeah, and like another big thing in this video was
in our TED Talk.
Yeah. Was love is an art.
Yes.
And that love actually takes practice.
Yep.
Like just like any artistic form of expression, love requires a level of patience, a level of faith, and just practice. And I think like
and hope.
And hope,
well,
yeah.
Well, that's essentially faith.
Yeah. Well,
it's essentially faith, but
basically. But I think like people don't really actually sit back and like think about it like that. I think a lot of people like we're all really craving that, and I talked about it before, obviously, where it's just like really craving that connection with like another person, to the point where I almost feel like we have the tendency to speed run relationships in order to try to find that connection.
And I feel like I'm doing that on fucking Hinge to some extent. to not break the full circle, but like to bring it out.
Broke the circle.
To break the circle a little bit. Like I feel like I'm trying to speed run relationships to try to find. I literally have an altar to this woman, like, this magical lady that I if you're looking on the screen, it's the orange-ish box to the left. That's where I keep my altar for all my things, that friends gave me and etc. But that's kind of beside the point. It's I'm sitting here with barbecue sauce on my titties, asking God for chicken nuggets, and he's only handing out McBurgers.
What?
Yeah. No, that's some real shit.
What?
He's only handing out burgers, and I'm just
barely
asking.
Caught that.
I'm asking for chicken nuggets. He's only handing out burgers, and I'm asking for whiskey, and he only has tequila.
Where did the titties come in? That's where the part that
that's from a TikTok. That's from a meme. Sorry, I wanted to break the circle a little bit.
Oh, okay. No, you're so good.
You're this very insightful viewpoint yet again, and I had to. Anyway.
No, you're so good. You're so good.
The thing I wanted.
This episode's a mess anyway. Don't worry.
It very much is. We had a fantastic episode outside, and it's just like.
Oh, we forgot to record.
Yeah, exactly. Forgot to record it.
So there goes 40 minutes.
It's just about, man.
But yeah, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Oh, speedrunning dating.
Speedrunning relationships.
And I was talking with my friend about this crazy phenomenon that he found with Hinge, and either he saw it in a TikTok or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But he was essentially saying how like we're able to easily give up the idea of a partner because there could be something better. I think it's like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever phrase.
Yeah, however you phrase that.
Yeah. The whole idea where it's like, excuse me, the whole idea where it's like, oh well, this person isn't the best, but there are other options because it's
like fast
Tinder.
Food. It's like literally.
Yeah, there you go, man.
It's like
there
it's
you
like
go.
all
Yeah,
that. It's like
literally.
all those dating apps. They're like the fast food of dating, where it's just like, oh yeah, I'll just have like I'll have a Big Mac. I'll have like.
And it's gonna make you feel awful at the end.
Yeah,
of it.
It's like a Big Mac. I'll have a number 3 combo. Hold the cheese.
Yeah,
like you know, it's just like it's all that. It's. I think this
it
is more
fills you for the moment. It doesn't fill you for like a life.
I think this more accurately describes speed dating, just dating apps as opposed to like actual speed dating.
Yeah, because speed dating, you have to like
speed dating. You're still actually like meeting the person in
real life.
You still
usually
have to have like that
all
that thing where it's like versus like Tinder and like dating apps where it's like you can kind of just swipe.
Yeah, and
you can literally go through like at least with
so
speed dating. At
too.
least with speed dating, it's like you still have to go through a process.
Yeah,
you don't really do that with like Tinder and all that shit.
Not at all, and it's so superficial, man. It's so fucking superficial. Where I'm literally basing you off of what you put out, but like, well, actually that is twofold, but like basically, yeah, like what you choose to put on your profile and. Not necessarily who you are. Like the first immediate thing that I judge you on is how you look and how you appear, and then that flashes back to what we were saying earlier about how it's like how you can climb the social ladder or whatever the fuck because you're pretty, like or this, that, and the other thing, which I find crazy. It's a good thing because you can connect and do all that kind of shit, but like. Yeah, it may not be the best thing for all of us in general.
Yeah.
Like I miss the days of going. Not that I'd never really experienced them because social dating apps. By the time I started like dating as like an adult, outside of school, more of they existed. So I'm like I never had to experience the whole. You go to a bar and you see the girl across the way and you buy her a drink and do all this kind of shit. So I never got to experience that. So I can't really speak from a time where there was a time where it's not there, or the transitional period between the two. But the hard thing is that I'm finding, at least, is like, fuck, like I am so inept when it comes to talking with a person in real life, or trying to not, for lack of a better term, the words that want to come out of my mouth spill out of my mouth at this point in time, where to try to get in your pants essentially, but like,
God,
yeah, no, seriously, but like. To try to get to know you a little bit better. Sorry, that's my dog. To try to get to know you a little bit better, I'm so inept with that. But with social dating apps, it's easy because you just send a hey, and if they send a hey back, then you're on rolling. But I'm gonna light some incense, get the mood all sensual up in here.
Go for it.
Yeah, but your thoughts, sir?
It's like it's kind of funny because like, so it's interesting you brought up like the whole like. Dating before
social dating apps
because like the most I experienced was just like through school.
That's basically it.
Like that's basically it. And then like after that, it's like it seems like the only way to meet people is like through is like through social dating apps, which is kind of insane to me, to be honest.
No, seriously. It doesn't make a. Oh, that's actually kind of perfect. That's gonna make a good incense holder.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it seems like it's. I don't know. I was never skilled in that aspect. Yeah. I kind of wish I was more. And again, naturally.
For me, it's like I don't like the idea of. I feel more comfortable, like having like a one-on-one in person.
That skeeves me out.
Really?
Skeeves me out.
I can't do like texting too much. Like it gets to a point where it's just like, and that's kind of the problem I was having before with dating apps, where it's like anytime I would try to be like, hey, do you want to meet up? They would like the people would either be really flaky or I would just get no response, and I'm just like, I'm like, well,
What's happening
how
now?
the fuck do you actually meet up?
Okay.
It's the kind of thing. It's just like if nobody wants to meet up. So that was always been my thing, where it's just like I always prefer just one-on-one. Just because I feel more comfortable having like that sort of. I mean, intimate's kind of a strong word, but it really is like just like that sort of intimate like interaction with another person.
For me, it's
versus like doing it through like having it through like a screen on my phone.
No, I totally feel that. For me, at least, the way to get it started, excuse me, is a whole lot easier if the lubricant is through the telephone.
Oh.
Yeah, if the lubricant is through the telephone, easiest way. And then I ask you to go to a bar, and then we get talking, and then blah blah blah, and then one thing leads to another, and whoop-de-doo, hopefully I'm not a dad, you know. But
Jesus Christ.
And sorry about the audio. It's like I'm moving around a little bit. I'm lighting some incense. Feels right. But you know, the biggest thing is like it's tough because I feel like in most social situations, excuse me for 1 second. This is for my love. This is for her. It's her candle.
Okay.
Well, it's an incense, but you know it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Beautiful. For me, most times it's be careful. Be careful. I'm not trying to kill you today. Eat you. For me, approaching a person, it's because of fear of rejection is the point that I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Fear of rejection is the point that I was trying to get to. Oh, pup, you gotta be careful with that tail. You gotta be careful with that tail, pup.
We're sorry.
It's okay. This is more of a weirder episode.
Yeah, this episode doesn't make any sense.
Hop over here, man. No, we're good. We're flowing, man. We're doing all right.
We're doing we're bulling.
Yeah, we're bulling.
But I totally get like the rejection thing. Just because like I feel like I've gone through enough of it where I'm just like I'm kind of tired of that shit.
Tired in what way though? Tired as in like it's just another thing, I can deal with it, no big deal, or tired as in like, damn, another one, you know?
Kind of both.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I think the girl texted you back.
Probably.
I think girl texted me back.
Okay. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Well, I think, but I think the whole point, and this might tie into like the actual conversation that we had earlier in the video, was I was kind of happy that video that we're talking about came across my feed.
Yeah,
because like it was kind of like
that, and it sparked the entire conversation.
It was kind of like the universe was like it was kind of like the universe was basically just like feeding me because like I've been thinking heavy about just like dating and relationships and all that stuff for like the past week and a half, and then I saw this video pop up in my feed this morning, and I was just like, you know, something compelled me to just like watch it. Yeah. And I was glad I did, because it kind of helped reframe my approach or like my perspective on dating and just like love in general. Where it's just like before, I think like I had like, I think even when I was talking about how, I don't care about dating, or I don't care to engage in that anymore, I think that's also not the healthiest approach either.
Well, explain that a little bit further.
Just because, like, and I kind of came to a realization after having a conversation with somebody where, you know, or Brian was, was just like, you know,
Shouts out to the dude.
Shouts out to the dude. He was asking me about, like, dating life. Huh? And I was just like, I'm not really, you know, doing much anymore, blah, blah. And, like, we talked about it for a bit, and, like, he offered some pretty good perspective. But the one thing that kind of hit me was that he was basically just like, how's the audio?
It's good. I just wanted to see how I sounded from this distance.
Okay.
Sorry, but yeah, go for it.
No, you're good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like.
No.
Just like, but he was basically just like, you seem rather guarded when it comes to, and like it. I didn't like hearing that because it's true. So it's like,
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like I don't, and it's one of those things where it's like I don't mean to be. I think it has a lot to do with probably one, my upbringing, and two,
that's fair.
Just how I am as a person, where it's like I need to like really get to know you, like, deeply before I feel comfortable enough to want to open up. Yeah,
that's fair.
And like I don't, it's like I don't know why that's the case. I just know that's how I am, but I also know too that like that's been a big hurdle when it comes to.
Here, I'm gonna close the door.
Yeah. But I realized that was a big hurdle when it comes to just like my dating life, where
I think I said like you can't be open unless you're open, man.
Yeah, where it's just like I don't want to get to the point where it's just like I close off myself to love, or I like close myself off to like potential relationships that even if they don't work out, it's like still just giving it a shot, just because like to get to know new people, or to like kind of just open up more. So I think that plus me kind of sitting with that for like a hot minute, and then finally the final catalyst for me reframing my whole approach and downloading Hinge was seeing that video and just having my perspective on essentially the concept of love and how I express love just being, in a weird way, being called into question. Or at least like that's what it felt like as I'm sort of listening to this video or watching the video. And then again, just like thinking back to like sort of like my mindset, and I'm just like, oh fuck, like I was like, damn, I was like, all this stuff that this chick in the video she's mentioning, where about how people express love today, and like like the TikTok fucking people that talk about like their low-key toxic or just unhealthy approach to dating and love and stuff, like, and relationships and stuff like that. I'm just like, shit, I feel like I'm kind of within that
spectrum.
Yeah where I'm just like,
but like to yourself, which is interesting. It's not like you're in the relationship and you're floating on that toxic boat, like you're doing it almost to yourself. I find that interesting.
I don't know, it's just like I said, maybe it was just the universe kind of just like sending me a message, which I think was probably the case.
And it wasn't just download Hinge, it was like
it was the conversation with Brian, plus certain feelings and past memories resurfacing. And then
happened to me as well.
And then this video coming up, I'm just like, okay, I get it. I get where you're coming from. I need to reframe how it's like there's a reason why I've been single for so long, and it's not you can only not blame yourself for so long. You know what I mean? It's before like before you kind of have to like point that lens back at yourself, be like, hey, maybe you should consider that maybe it's like you that's kind of keeping you from
everything else is it's like if everything else in the world is shit, maybe your perspective
or like if
shit.
it's like if it's one thing if it's like a few assholes, but it's like if everyone's an asshole, then maybe you should consider you're the asshole in this.
Exactly.
So this is essentially like what, or at least like I feel like what was happening.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So unless you want to respond to that, or
no, I think I just want to build incense holders now.
Okay.
Look at this, man. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool. I love how I love how you said look at this and it's fucking audio.
Yeah.
And it's not just
look at this. It's audio.
And it's audio.
Points the camera.
And there's And
more
the visual
us.
is not even this. It's literally us.
Yeah.
In the fucking distance.
Oh man.
God, this is such a mess.
No, but you're doing a rock solid job, and I'm just fucking stirring the boat, man. It's the alcohol, if anything. But I can speak
really
on
that quick, huh?
I don't know. Maybe I don't drink a lot, man.
Maybe tequila doesn't really do much for me.
I don't drink a lot.
Well, there you go. Well, neither do I, but like.
No, this is true. But to kind of add on to what you're saying, yeah. Because I've been dealing with this a lot. Because for me, the fixation is, trying to find this magical woman, this magical lady, that I paint, draw, dream, etc. about, and hopefully hope to God that she's not my ex. You know, that's pretty much the biggest thing.
Would that be the worst thing in the world?
No, it'd actually be the best, but
okay.
It's do you want to get into that? We can get into that if we want to.
If you want.
Start of a manic episode, man.
If you want.
So it wouldn't be the worst thing because I feel like it would be a really, really, really. It would be the best full circle.
Sure.
But do you think that you could forgive so much trauma and toxicity towards a relationship, and force the hand almost? That's kind of where I'm at.
That's a question.
Yeah.
And that's a question I can't answer.
Exactly. That's kind of where I'm at. Where I'm like, yeah, it would be great. Yeah, I'm sure the kids would be fucking fantastic. But would there be, at the end of the goddamn day, would there be love in that relationship? Or would it just be we are just together because the universe and greater expanse of everything wants us to be together?
Well, is that not similar to what this chick was talking about in the video?
Tell me about it.
The approach to love, where it's like, is it really love, or is it like,
or is it just
is it like capitalism, where it's just an equivalent exchange going on?
Wow, look at that! Yeah, look at that.
So that's another thing that this video talked about, where it's like, she was referencing a book. I forgot what it was called, but basically in the book, and this book came out in like the 50s, where it is, funny enough, is still fucking relevant. But at least the book was like centered around, at the time, modern dating, and how essentially the author was. Essentially said that dating has become a commodity, or like dating is centered around capitalism, where, in the typical capitalist society, it's like, I give you money for product or service.
You give me love for love.
And yeah, essentially that's essentially how we approach relationships, where it's like,
it's actually very true.
We feel that we have to bring, and that's kind of what I was referring to earlier, where it was like, we kind of approach relationships like a give and take, where it's like, I provide something, whether that's lavish gifts, affection, blah blah blah, however you express love in your way, and then the expectation is that I'm supposed to get an equivalent in return, and vice versa, whether that's like through physical means like touch, sex, whatever the fuck,
memes.
or memes, and that's not. And basically the whole point was that that's not the best, or it's not the healthiest way to go about a relationship, where it's like, it should be based off of like how you practice love, or how you express love, or how you you need to shift the, like, because we kind of approach the mindset of how can I be loved, or how do I feel loved, versus how do I give love? Yeah.
Damn, son.
So that's basically what the video was talking about in a nutshell.
Shit.
And that's why I said it kind of, I felt like then I talked about it in the Dueal video, where I kind of felt like I knew that intuitively, but it wasn't until I've had that literally broken down and read back to me that it clicked in my head a little bit.
No, if anything, it was a straw that broke the camel's back, but in a good way.
Yeah. Where it's just like, I feel like I needed to hear that, because I'm just like, because then it got me thinking, well, how do I go about expressing love? How do I give love? Do I do it enough? Do I do it too little? How do I go about practicing love? It's stuff like that really. And also another thing that I just remember too, where it's like, we have this sense, or we have this idea, we generally have this sense that like we think we understand what love is, when really we don't, where it's like, love is something that we actually don't take the time to really think about it, or really like study it, or research it. Not just like research like what is love, but more just like how we express it. Like really think about how we express our love to other people, to ourselves, this, that, and the third. And that, again, like, that was one of those things where it's like, yeah, I feel like generally we don't stop and consider that.
Damn.
And I feel like that would it would make a lot of difference going into, like, relationships, like, having that sort of perspective. Yeah.
Now, I was thinking, as you were saying that, how did it go for, man? How do the two coincide? Because imagine if my way of express, and this is just, like, general, but, like, what if, it was kind of like a brain blast for me.
Yeah.
Is that what Jamie is trying to say? Brain blast?
Yeah.
Was it actually?
Brain blast, yeah.
Alright, cool. What if my way of expressing love is exactly how you want to be, and how your way is exactly how I want to be, and how strong a relationship that would be? And more of, like, how much work I need to do on myself.
Exactly.
On how I truly, too, as well, express love through outside of just, like, sexual means, obviously, but, like, you know, like, all that kind of stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Something to consider.
It really is.
Incense.
Yeah, it really is, like, something to consider. Yeah. And what was another? There was another thing that
about my artistic struggles.
Well, there was that.
Yeah. That's every day.
Yeah, and that's also every day. But yeah, there was something else from the video I can't remember. And
also, I think you dropped something.
I dropped my ring, but that's fine.
Okay.
But there was something else from the video that I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, where it was just like another quote that hit me from the video was, actual authentic love is counterculture.
Sure.
Yeah, where it's just like the real, like, love, not like the shit that you see on social media, or even the shit that like that one couple that, like, do lovey-dovey shit, where it's like, that's, again, like, that's a part, or like that's one aspect of it, but it's like the real love is like the mundane,
everyday,
day to day.
Yeah,
and it's like that's very much counterculture to what our expectations are when it comes to dating and relationships. Where it's just like we think that it's meant to be like this roller coaster of all the time, when it's like an actual relationship shouldn't really be like that.
No.
Not to say that it can't, but it's just like it's exhausting when
you're on a roller coaster all the time.
And you're on a roller coaster all the time. It's like you need to have those down times. You need to have, like,
and
those,
be okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's like, and I think that's where, like I said, we tend to screw up, where we like to speed run
dating
that shit. Yeah, and think that, like, this is what it is, but no, it's like it's not.
Man, I could look at this forever.
Some good incense.
Tends to be, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But yeah, no, so, I mean, that's basically what the fuck we were talking about in this episode that you can't hear. But
you can't hear, but you can maybe feel.
Maybe feel.
Just two boys in the sunshine.
Basically.
Talking about love and etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we still have, like...
How much time? Is it recording?
It still
okay.
is, yeah.
Just making sure.
About, like, 7 minutes. So, do you just want to talk about horseshit at this point in time? Because you were carrying that entire thing.
I really?
You were carrying that entire thing. I deeply appreciate it.
Oh shit! Okay, cool.
I'm just.
Wait, are we really? Oh yeah,
yeah. We got about 7 minutes.
33 minutes.
Yeah.
What's the original time on the?
Just about 42.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
A typical length.
Well, I kind of wish we got into the art thing, because. Just because, like, I felt like that was real. I felt like I had a real good one with that.
You fucking did.
And
you screwed my perspective in a good way. You screwed my perspective a little bit. Because Jordan was struggling with Jordan. Hi, hello.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, yeah, hi. I was struggling with again, the need of doing it for others for monetary reasons.
Yes.
Compared to doing it for, just myself, just for the love of the work, the love of the art, the love of myself.
Yeah.
You know, painting essentially incense for incense work. You know, painting smoke for smoke work, not just painting whatever for whatever's work.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of struggling with that currently, where I'm just like, fuck, you know, I want to hang out and do my thing, but it's kind of difficult when you're not getting the representation you think you deserve from art from the work that you produce.
Yeah.
And Trey kind of brought to light a whole lot of different aspects of, you know, well, at least how I feel, not putting words into your mouth, is the work will get recognized when it needs to get recognized, but for now, you should be having fun and taking steps back and looking at your accomplishments and kind of reveling in those moments compared to trying to always seek the next rush and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's essentially, like, in a nutshell what I was getting at. And I think I was also saying, if I can remember this correctly, because I specifically don't want to fuck this part up.
It's your quotes.
Yeah, because, and I think it clearly meant a lot to you, because I saw you got a reaction out of you.
But, oh my God, did it.
Because you brought up how you would struggle to make work for you because you're always making work for other people.
My immediate reaction is, okay, how am I going to sell this? All right, how am I going to flip this? All right, how is another person
to which my response was, why does it matter? Because, and I think essentially what I was getting at was, regardless of whether you're doing it for yourself or you're doing it for other people, it's like you're still doing it for you. Yeah. Because the way you express your work.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the way you express your work through whatever means that's literally you. That's literally your artistic ability, your gift that you're expressing, and it's being reflected back at you. So therefore, it already has value because it's you doing it.
Yeah, I think the thing I said immediately following that in this episode, probably about at this time, no, probably a little bit, it was probably a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Was whether it's $1 million or whether it's literally 2 cents, the first penny down is always yours.
Right.
You know, so
yeah,
make it a good one.
Yeah.
No, make it a good one. Make it yours. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
Just make it yours.
Yeah.
And I think that's like what. Yeah, and not to say that like you shouldn't care or you shouldn't make stuff for people.
No, there's artistic integrity.
Yeah, but it's like I think that, I think the answer that you've been seeking is literally just you just have to make work for you, like just do it for a while.
Yeah,
just do it. Just do it. Like not even try. Just do it, and then just see how that feels, and then and then I think that's the answer that you'll probably have been looking for a while.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely believe that. Because I think I struggled with that too, like when I was like doing my work in school, and I think I reached a point where I eventually reached the point where I was just like, because I got a fair amount of pushback when I was doing my thesis, because a lot of people were just like, this doesn't, either people were just like, this isn't compelling, or it's like it's too personal, and it's like, why focus on this? You know, why tread this water? And I eventually got to a point where I basically said, no, I'm doing this for me. Like, I'm just gonna, and I don't care if like people have a problem with it. I know in my soul and my spirit that like this is doing something for me, so I have to keep doing it.
Exactly.
And then when you get to that other side, it's like, yeah, I'm glad I did it, because like now I'm here, and now I have this like better understanding of myself through the work. So I think it's literally just a matter of like, you just have to essentially ignore everyone and just do you basically.
Damn. Yeah. My mom's been telling me ever since I was a youngin'.
Well, there you go. She had a point.
Shit, that damn well does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost about time, but yeah. So how do you want to end this off, sir? I don't even know.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
No, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So we did another 40 goddamn minutes of like not.
Literally. Yeah, we have about maybe.
Honestly, I feel like this conversation is about like equal to like the level of the original.
With Jordan being a little bit less drunk and a little bit more insightful. Yeah, the birds are saying like,
literally the geese
you
are
guys
just
are killing
like,
it,
bro.
Yeah, bro ham.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome to like alternate reality of.
Welcome to the metaverse.
Metaverse of like episode 1, season 2 of Dueal.
Yep, we try to keep it interesting out here.
I kind of like the fact that like the original, like that's kind of our thing.
It's for the universe.
It's for the universe, for us, and then we are just given the at this point the listeners, a morsel of what they missed out on. I kind of like that.
I dig it too.
It's very meta and conceptual. And also just jank enough to where it's like, oh yeah, it's pretty funny.
Fucking beautiful.
It's great.
Well done, well said. Now imagine we do this in front of like an audience. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. Jordan's about to address.
Oh my God, Jordan's about to like.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it, we did.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I'm saying because we're recording this with no audio over it, but.
And this was like hours ago.
Yeah.
At this point.
But I just said something, and yeah.
And I think I died. Where I was just like, I can't believe you did this.
I can't believe you've done this. Damn, and we ended about at the same time.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty wild.
Universal timing, man.
That's pretty wild.
And the incense did not drop yet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at her go.
Oh my God.
Look at her do her thing.
So do you want to sign off?
We can sign off.
Okay.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this. Thank you for putting up with this, honestly.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you for the
shout out to Corey. Shout out to Devin.
Shout out to Amy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to the homies. We love you guys.
Shout out to that dude. Shout out to the other dude.
Appreciate you listening. We appreciate all 3 of you that still bother to listen to us.
Yeah, dude, we get consistent viewers, so it's more
That's
than
good.
3, but you know.
Well, it's like what Corey was telling me. It's like he was like, "Oh yeah, I can see you guys like getting to like 10K viewers at some point." Just because I think he was saying that because you guys seem to really enjoy what you're doing with this.
Exactly, and we're doing it for us at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it for you.
Trying to.
There you go. You're doing it.
You're
doing it right now.
We're doing it. All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This has been Dual.
From in Dueal.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll be back to regular standard, or maybe not. I don't know.
It depends. We'll
really
figure it out.
depends.
Season 2 is gonna be interesting.
Season 2. I mean, we're already off to a really interesting start.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
I think that's about it.
Sponsorships, please.
Yep.
One day, please.
Hit us up.
We need money.
We need money, and
but
hand is taking us away.
We also enjoy doing this because we love each other.
This is true.
Okay.
All right. Catch you guys later.
Deuces.
All right. Bye.